unusual, but talk about the start off. You must be seeing the ball really well.
Yeah, just been working a lot on game plans and approaches, and I think that's really helped going in, kind of building off of that. But yeah, I'm excited for this offense and what we can all bring to the table this coming weekend.
What's the attitude been like coming off the loss? What with practice, has it been different? Felt different?
It did sting, but I think it's a really great opportunity for us to just come out, and it shows kind of what we needed to work on. So we kind of hammered out that this week, but I think it's built a lot of hunger, honestly, and we're just excited to kind of show what we have and the potential that we have in our lineup and in our team. So I'm excited to see what comes for this next weekend.
You were a newbie in this program a year ago, and now you've got some new faces that are important to what you guys are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember sort of going through that learning? I mean, you didn't go through it last year with a loss, but do you remember sort of going through some of what they're going through right now and what the adjustments were?
Yeah, I think it's tough going into this program because just of the mindset and understanding like the standard. But once you understand that and you kind of be yourself and you be you, I think that's when they're going to show up and they're going to blossom. I've just been telling them to kind of own it and know that you're here for a reason, that type of thing. But I understand where they're coming from, and I'm just excited for once they get it going. I mean, it's going to be amazing.
What's the attitude? You know, you're going into this weekend playing a good UCLA team. What's your attitude towards that? What's the team's outlook on that?
I think we're looking forward to all of the games, honestly. I think it's going to be so competitive with all of the teams, but this weekend's a good opportunity to see where we're at and where we adjusted, but also what we need to work on moving forward too.
How much fun is it as an older player to see a young player like Jocelyn, anxious to start her college career, to have the start that she's had? What's it been like from just seeing her?
Yeah, I've played with her actually on Bat Busters and in travel, and to see her finally just go out and do amazing in college, that's something I feel like it was to a point where I was like, when are you going to get to college? Because I played with her so long in travel. So to see her on now to be on the same team, but to see her just go off, I think it's so cool. Because I feel like I've known her since she was like 15. So to see her on the stage is really awesome.
Did you feel like her in her first year, did you think she had the makeup to do what she's doing offensively?
Yes. She's definitely prepared. She's a hard worker. She's a little of a different personality in the way that she's a more calm player. But I think that's great composure for a freshman, honestly. She has a ton of power, so I'm really excited to see how that shows up. And I think you guys have seen it already. But the more she learns the game and the more with the approaches and the game plans, I think it'll only get better.
Was she that powerful in travel ball?
Yeah, she definitely showed it off a lot back when she was in high school. I mean, she's a pretty good-sized kid, and she's shown it. She never gets cheated on a swing, and that's something that I've really noticed in her at-bats. She's always going for it, so.
Hey, Alyssa, I asked Patty about this a little bit ago. The number of players on this roster who have pretty extensive experience playing shortstop. You're one of them. There's obviously only one shortstop that gets to play that position. But I wonder what your experience playing shortstop has brought, you know, what you've brought from that to whether it was being in left or now being in the infield, like what you brought from having played shortstop.
I think it's shown a lot of leadership and how my voice and having the pitchers kind of hear that, it matters. They've always showed that they get fueled off of our energy. So I learned that a lot playing short. So now being at third and even in left, like when your defense brings it, they have showed us that they feel that, and it only makes them want to go even harder. But definitely the leadership piece and how versatile you have to be as a shortstop, how athletic you have to be, I think that translates to a lot of positions.
Did you feel like when you moved out, when left was the position you landed at last year, like did you transition physically pretty quickly to it, and do you feel like the playing shortstop helped in that regard?
I've played outfield previously, but I think it was a good adjustment because it helped having that quick transfer, but it was taking some time to kind of get used to the ball flight and different things like that. But yeah, I think instincts honestly take over when you're out there too.
Patty said that when she recruits, and obviously if you're playing shortstop, and I know when you came here, Grace was already playing some pretty decent shortstop.
Mhm.
You know, lots of questions of, you know, can I compete? Can I compete for the job? You know, were those conversations you had with her, or did you think, I'll figure it out, we'll figure it out? What was sort of your mindset coming in?
I guess coming in, I kind of just said I'm willing to go for it, but wherever you needed me, that was something that I've shown. I feel like I wanted to let her know that I'm open to playing that and I will challenge for that position, but if there's somewhere else that would get me on the field, I'd be willing to get better at that as well.
Offensively, you know, against Baylor and things, so we saw what happened there. Talk about, you know, the adjustments, because you know Sid's gonna hit, and you know Torres is gonna hit eventually, and so the confidence of this team offensively going into this weekend.
Yeah, I think the loss kind of showed that what we need to work on offensively. I mean, we've just been putting in a lot of work, but conversations with them, I've just been kind of telling them, you have to know that you're going into that position, you have to know that you have it. Like, you're here for a reason, like, own that. She brought you here for a reason, and that's something that I think it doesn't have anything to do with talent. They have it. So going in mentally and being ready and just going for it in your at-bats is something that I think they're feeling that right now in practice. So I think it'll be great.
Thanks.
Alyssa, kind of an off-the-wall question for you. Why number 33?
It was something I had in travel, and I just love the way it sounded, and I don't know, it just stuck. So there was really no story behind it, but I just love the number.
Okay.
What did you wear otherwise?
I had 18 once, but I didn't really like the way, I don't know. I was like, but I like 33. I think it flowed. They flowed together.
You can say 3-3 and
Yeah.
1-8. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Anybody else?
Thanks. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Alyssa.